happening, YouTube? It's your homie S. Dot coming back to you with another video. And today's video is going to feature some commentary over a match held at a tournament in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the Adventurers Guild last Sunday. And we got Sean Felton to our right playing Nemesis, Prime, Impactor, and Demolisher. His deck is all about, as you can see, with especially Impactor, our new addition from Wave 4, and Demolisher, a whole bunch of bold, trying to get Nemesis to be able to deck out at least once, so you can put a card from the bottom of your deck under him permanently to give him that +3 attack while he's in bot mode. And of course, I have my updated 3-wide Prime deck over here with Mirage from Wave 4, and of course the OG OPBL, Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend, and of course Flame War. So you're gonna see a cut coming here in a second. I was trying to fix my camera there. Start and then okay. So we have Sean Felton starting, or excuse me, going second with his Impactor with Supercharge. I think he played. You missed the Supercharge obviously because of the cut in the video. But unfortunately, some of his flips aren't on screen. But as you can see, my Mirage ended up taking about 5 damage. The point of Mirage in this version of the deck is once he's flipped, your flip density is kind of weak in the beginning, but afterwards, you know, you really just use it for Prime for the rest of the game. You may flip Mirage back to it. I know in my video I did say you could flip Mirage back to draw 2 cards, but or a card or 2, but that's only if you really have to. You do play, I think I play work overtimes in this build. You could also play System Reboot, which was another option that I which is actually what I started with, actually, the reboots, but ended up being work overtime. But yeah, the whole point of Mirage is to be able to soak up a whole bunch of hits with his Inborn Tough 2, as long as you have a secret action face up or face down. So I play, you know, things like Step Forwards and Sabotage Armaments, Hidden Fortification. I think I did play a Swerve in my list, but ended up taking out Swerve for I forgot what I took it off. I think I just ended up playing 9 secret actions. So I'm actually going to flip Prime here this turn because I don't have a secret action to set for Mirage. I'm going to play Armed Hovercraft on Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend because he's ranged in that mode. So deal 1 damage to all of his characters, and then Flame War with the Leap into Battle. Leap into Battle is pretty good against an orange deck. Of course, they don't have a lot of blue. And attacking, get some solid damage on Impactor. And there I am fixing my camera again. Don't mind me. I get really anal about my camera angles. That looks really good right there. Hopefully I leave it alone. It's like when I look back at this stuff, I'm like, Steph, why are you touching the camera so much? Leave it alone. And I'm not done. Alright, so Sean's going to go ahead and flip Demolisher here and play RR Disruptive Blade. Really good card on Demolisher. So what this card does is it gets +3 attack to a character, and as long as you flip a black icon, you get to keep the card. So it's +3 grenade launcher if you have to scrap it, but otherwise. So it's really good on Demolisher because he has 4 defense, and he's flipping at least pretty much bold 4, pretty much. So he's flipping 6 cards, so he should always flip a black icon card to be able to keep the RR Disruptive Blade. And he also played Escape Route for his turn to be able to flip the Impactor. So what Escape Route allowed him to do was to flip the Impactor that didn't count for his actual flip for the turn, then flip Demolisher and attack with Demolisher. So he's getting a lot of bold here, flipping a lot of cards, doing what he wants to do for his Nemesis attack, and going to be attacking probably into, oh okay, he actually attacked into my Flame War. I'm personally surprised. I thought he was going to attack into my Mirage. I would have attacked into Mirage if I were him, but he had a different agenda, so we'll see how that ends up working out in the end. He gets a sizable amount of damage on her, though. I think it looks like about 8 damage on her. So when he does flip Nemesis Prime back to alt mode to make me choose to deal 2 damage to a character, obviously, depending on what point in the game it is, could be pressuring. Because I'm probably not going to want to put it on Flame War because it'll obviously kill her. So, so here we go. We're going to flip Mirage this turn. And what's nice about this is, so okay, I got my secret action. If it's a step forward, I don't remember if it was or not, but we'll find out here. So for his biggest, baddest attacker, his Nemesis Prime, hopefully Mirage or whoever can soak up some hits. So I do hit a Sabotage Armaments off of my flips for the Prime. So whatever other secret action I have set, I'm definitely well protected for the next turn. So he did see the Sabotage Armaments, though, of course, from the Prime flip. So that's going to make Nemesis not want, excuse me, it's going to make Sean not want to put a weapon on Nemesis because it'll, obviously just get scratched from the Sabotage. So that'll definitely slow him down and make his next hit not as hard. Although he probably doesn't need a super hard hit this turn anyway, because now that I have the Sabotage Armament set, what he can do now is potentially just play, I don't know. Well, I don't know. You know what? I guess it's just tough to play anything this turn because unless he has Energy Pack, he's not going to play a Bashing Shield this turn because I don't have any armors. I guess he could play one just for the +1 defensive. He has another 1 or 2 left in the deck. But so it's not ideal for him to be able to play anything else but like a utility this turn. Okay, he does have Enforcement Baton, so he will get rid of my Armed Hovercraft. That doesn't do a whole bunch. He probably could have kept that in his hand to get rid of an Ion Blaster or Energon Axe or something I got later on, but he decided to use it. And I mean, he's gonna get scrapped anyway. But I'm gonna step forward when as soon as he taps for his attack. Before he chooses the defender, I will pick Mirage to be brave for this battle. So it's not for the entire turn, but it is for the battle. So I'm gonna sabotage the batons, and then I'm gonna get tough 3 total, tough 2 from Mirage and tough 1 from Flame War, and hopefully block for a decent bit. And so yeah, this allows Mirage to at least soak 3 attacks, which is nice against this is what you want out of Mirage, especially to at least be able to soak 3 attacks. If he soaks 2, I mean, you definitely don't want him to get 1 shot, and he probably won't get 1 shot. He has 13 health, so that 3 health that Optimus is missing, that Mirage takes that, and that's the whole point of the deck, to be able to try to diverge or put attacks into the Mirage as much as possible, since he has so much health for a 7-drop. I think that's probably our 7-drop with the most health in the game so far, right? Mirage has 11, so close second. Oh no, I guess Impactor has 12, so all powerful in their own right. But yeah, definitely Mirage has that advantage. So what's nice here on this wheel turn, I might be able to flip. Remember, I told you I'm not flipping Mirage for a while, if ever, unless I know he's definitely about to die and I want to get some value out of it. But I really don't care about the card advantage in a sense, not with this matchup, especially because Optimus Prime gives him back an action every other turn, and when he does attack, I get to flip actions off my play actions off my flip. So that's essentially like drawing cards in a sense, if that makes sense. So I'm going to attack with Mirage for 4 here, and can't see his flips on defense, unfortunately, but looks like he does take 1 or 2. Okay, so it puts his Nemesis at 3. And what's good about this is, good about this situation actually for the Optimus Prime deck, is him being 2 wide, so his Nemesis has to go into my Mirage. Then my Flame War go into his Demolisher, unfortunately, probably for nothing. But then my Optimus gets to hit his Nemesis. So being able to hit his Nemesis with a big attack like that before he gets to hit me is going to be very vital. So I'm going to flip Hidden Fortification this turn, and I have a whopping tough 6. So I have tough 6, but what's unfortunate is he plays this list that Felton is playing is a orange black list. So there are a lot of black cards, like as you can see, a couple of cards on screen: Fight for Position, RR Disruptor Blade. I want to say he plays Rock Toss and some other things. So unfortunately, he still gets a Pierce 3 on the Mirage, and though I did flip a good bit and would have survived any other time, I'm not going to be able to survive that because of the Pierce. So those black icons definitely coming into play this wave, helping out versus cards like, these heavy blue control decks. And he also does deck out as well for Nemesis. So Nemesis is definitely going to be swinging for the fences on Flame War next turn. I don't think it's ideal for me to put Optimus out there and have Nemesis coming in like that unless I have another Sabotage or Hidden Fortification. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think Felton is deciding to get a green, or maybe I'm deciding to get a green, and I think that's a sparring gear I have. You can see that second card off the top of my flips. Turn player, the one that attacks, they need to decide if they want to get a green first. Always remember that, though. You don't want to jump the gun and grab a green. So there's always a weird situation sometimes where your opponent flips a bashing and then you flip sparring, and it's like, if they don't get bashing, then you get sparring, and if they do get bashing, then you don't get sparring. So you want to just make sure you wait for your opponent to get their green first, per order of the game. So I ended up playing a Reflex Circus. I don't know if I showed that in my list from my deck profile, but Reflex Circuits just to help with, because Optimus needs as much defense as possible. So you play the orange as necessary, and instead of playing a third sparring gear, I ended up playing 2 sparring gear and 1 Reflex Circus. Reflex Circus is good against this deck because his 2 characters on the field currently are both melee, so I will get the extra +1 defense. And I also did security checkpoint him as well. Got rid of a grenade launcher and another card, so that ended up being pretty good. I think that was the rest of his hand too. So the whole point is just definitely really trying to slow him down, control the game per the name of the type of deck I'm playing. So and as you can see, Optimus hasn't taken a hit yet, so he's still standing tall with 18. What's unfortunate here, though, is I don't think I'm going to be able to kill Demolisher this turn, because I really would like to, if I could, I wish I could kill Demolisher, and but if I kill Demolisher, then Nemesis gets the hit on me. But I'm already winning the race with him having 3 damage on him. So right now, right at this point, it's pretty much a damage race. If I do attack Nemesis, obviously that means when we all stand, he can send Demolisher into me, get a hit, and then I have to go attack Demolisher, and then Nemesis gets to hit me pretty hard as well, depending on whatever he top decks. So, and another thing is if I don't kill the Demolisher, he can just flip Nemesis right now since he's not attacking with it and get a guaranteed 2 damage on my Optimus. Is the only character I have left. I do set a secret action though, and I do not know who I'm attacking here, but we'll find out here in a second. Looks like I'm attacking Demolisher because he's pointed at Demolisher, and I actually don't kill it. I think he flipped the blue. He has like backup beams, and I want to say rollout in the deck. I'm not 100%, but like he had some of those cards too that randomly helped him on defense that really mattered. So as you can see, it's at 6 damage, and unfortunately I did not get the kill, which was the goal, and that's gonna actually hurt pretty bad. One card I wish I was playing over the one shot stand, one shot fall, and I took them all out. I didn't play any of them, but I wish I was playing Plasma Burst instead. I rather would have Plasma Burst. The one shot stand, one shot fall in a deck like this, although Optimus can get it back, it was just too vital to any of my characters' health, especially where the meta's going right now, especially versus these new orange decks, like, you know, with Reckless Charge and you know, all these other new, especially like with the black icons and things like that. One shot stand definitely wouldn't help me. So, and his hidden fortification actually isn't even that good right here either, if he's able to get a lot of pierce damage on me, which I think he does. Feels like he's attacking me for like the bigger they are every turn. Because he's getting like 3 or 4 pierce, which is good, you know, very good for an aggressive deck. I think his deck is light on direct damage though. We did talk about this deck. Me and him, we rapped about the deck I think a week or so ago. And it doesn't have a lot of direct damage outside of Nemesis random flip. But I think he might be playing Rock Toss and stuff too, so like definitely some of those cards will definitely help. Gotta have direct damage. I think, like I've been on record saying before, every deck definitely needs some type of direct damage. So again, I'm in an awkward position here because I'm not I mean, there's no guarantee that I would have Plasma Burst in my scrap out anyway, but it would have helped because I can't flip and get back marksmanship. Well, excuse me, I can get it back, but Optimus will be melee in that mode, so I can't marksmanship him and get him out of there and then attack the Nemesis. So I have no way of burning for that last bit of damage. I clearly don't have Arm Hovercraft. I think I would have played it a lot faster than that. I think those are one of those things where those tells you have from your opponents, like if they had that certain card or whatever, it's like they would have been played it by now. So like you can just kind of sit, Sean can sit comfortable there because it's like, okay, he doesn't have, especially because I flipped here, obviously, so I definitely don't have Arm Hovercraft. Those are little things I could tell from my opponents. Like if they had that one card, they would have like played it like a lot faster than, you know. But so I'm in a rough position. I'm gonna kill the Demolisher for sure, but then the problem here is, as you can see, my Optimus has 4 damage on it versus his Nemesis having 3 damage. His Nemesis is already at 10 attack, so he's getting a whole attack on me before my Optimus could even swing at him. So in all reality, he'll be winning what's called, again, the damage race. So it may only take him like 2 shots actually to take out my Prime now at this point. So I really need to have like another hidden fortification or something when the Nemesis attacks to fend off a lot of that damage. So I'm figuring out what action I want to grab back here this turn. I can clearly grab like a secret action, and there's probably going to be hidden fortification if I don't already have one in my hand, and that'll help to, you know, again, fend off a lot of Nemesis' attack. I really need his next attack to not be huge in order for me to try to win this game. So set a secret action, no upgrade, don't need to. I'm fully loaded and attacking with 8 Pierce 2 on the Demolisher. And lucky for me, the Nemesis, based off of the way, I guess, something I wasn't paying attention to either, but looking at it now, Sean actually shouldn't have potentially flipped Nemesis, because I think, yeah, the +3 extra attack would have been more valuable than the direct 2 damage that he got. Being at 13 base attack with no upgrade, I think it would have definitely been a lot better than just burning for 2 at that point. So lucky for me, he's decking out now, so he will not be able to get Nemesis boost again. Looking back at it now, yeah, Nemesis definitely can easily burn through the deck at least twice per game, and being at 13 base attack is just ridiculous in a good way. Very strong. Flipping back to bot mode, still 10 attack, still nothing to shy at. Like I said, he's in the damage race. I just need my Bastion Shield. That helps him out a lot. So I do have hidden fortification, so that's not going to it's going to fend off a good bit of the attack, but I'm losing out on 2 defense from that reflex circuits. See how much damage I take. It's at 4. There's 2 more. Okay, so I took 4 damage from that. So potentially, well, I still have 10 health. I take that back. I'm forgetting about my own energy pack. So I do have 10 health left. I do have another sparring gear, and I think he's top decking. So like he has to top that hard draw a Bastion Shield. I set another secret action. I'm attacking with Optimus, so try to get myself back in the race. I do hit a marksmanship. Step forward is dead at this point because I only have 1 character left. Marksmanship will deal 2 to him, put him at 5, and then attacking for 10 Pierce 2. He has 3 defense, so minimum he's taking 9 unless he flipped the blue. We'll find out here in a second. He must have flipped more blue than that because he only looked like he took 6. 10 minus 3 is... oh, no, I guess he did flip a blue. I can't count. Don't mind me. I'm thinking I had 12 for some reason. Don't know where my head is at. Alright, so Enforcement Baton Supercharged. This is pretty much his last turn, so I got to... okay, I did have a second hit of Fortification, so I have tough 5 at this point, and he's coming at me with 10... or excuse me, no, 11 bold 3. So I have to hopefully defend well here, and he can't get through. If he can deal 10 to me, he'll get the game. Gonna be pretty tough to do when I have tough 5, but we'll end up seeing what ends up happening. I do have another flip, I guess. Oh, another for white. Flipping all the double blues, so that's a very strong defensive flip. So I think no matter what he flipped, I'm gonna at least definitely live that. I'm going to live that attack, rather. He does put me at 14 though, so without the energy pack I would have lost. So still a pretty crazy attack. Nemesis, you know, definitely is one of the hardest hitters in the game. So energy pack and bigger they are definitely overseal the deal, but I'm just kind of overdoing it, not gonna lie. And that's gonna do it for game 1. Alright guys, starting out game 2, Felton decided to go first, so he's gonna flip the Impactor and get an attack in on Flame War. So bold 1 coming out, 4 bold 1. Gets 3 damage to start on my Flame War. Draw for my turn. 99% of the time you're gonna flip Flame War. Maybe against other blue decks you actually don't flip Flame War. Against other blue decks you actually will probably use Mirage's effect once throughout the game and get him back to bot mode. So something to note there as well. So I play Reflex Circuits. Is a good start against a deck that has you know, two of their attackers being melee in Demolisher and Nemesis. I'm gonna attack Impactor and get some, what was it, like 2 damage on him. Flipping Demolisher. Let's see if he has that RR Disruptive Blade again. Nope, no RR Disruptive Blade, but that's actually just as good for a couple of reasons. So, ooh, very powerful. Okay, so Bashing Shield, giving the Demolisher 5 defense, which pretty much is essentially another card flip, because remember, Demolisher, you're able to flip battle cards among the amount of defense he has. So he flips 2 initial, then 5 for his defense, and then another 3 for Supercharge. And then if he hits a white, he flips another 2. So, damn. I mean, this man is flipping 10 cards minimum, 12 cards with a white. You can see a dampening field there. I forgot the reason he said I think he misread dampening field, so dampening field shouldn't be in his deck. So disregard that with the missed sideboard, but it's all good. He definitely still gets in for a decent amount of damage on my Mirage. Actually, I expected more though. It seems like he should have got more than 5 with all those flips, but can't see some of those flips. But you can see 2 double oranges and an energy pack, so he definitely got a decent amount of hits on that Mirage there. And with 5 defense, it's actually going to be hard for you know, Flame War to want to target down the Demolisher, which is really nice. So for what has allowed him to do is keep Demolisher around longer than I would like, unfortunately, because it's actually kind of hard to KO him with my characters, you know, especially with my 3 attack. So I played energy pack, so I did find another energy pack, which is nice. I played the Leap into Battle on Impactor, try to get some more damage on Impactor. Only reason why I don't like this play that much for myself, maybe I should have kept the Leap, is because Leap is going to I'm probably gonna, if I wanted to attack and kill the Impactor, Flame War's attack probably could have just dealt 2 damage, and then Optimus probably still gonna kill the Impactor no matter what. Maybe I could have played the Leap on the Optimus next turn, and then, or maybe I'm potentially waiting to set a secret action on the turn that Optimus is attacking. But at the same time, I mean, Optimus could flip a secret action off the top, so I don't know if the sequence on that was correct, playing that Leap into Battle, but we'll see how it ends up turning out. So we're gonna play a backup beam on Nemesis Prime. So we got bold 2, getting closer to decking out, power him up, and get that card from the bottom of the deck under him. That's just an upgrade for the turn, so remember he doesn't have action. Okay, fight for position. So he got bold 4, so he's flipping 6 cards minimum, and he's looking to potentially KO one of my characters this turn. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. So 7 bold 4 coming at Flame War. Try to turn off my tough. So I have 3. I see a double orange and an orange. That's 10. by itself. So I think I died just from the flips we see on the field. Yeah. We don't even care about the rest of the flips. I'm done. I'm checking the scrap pile, maybe looking for how many double oranges he has left. Well, that probably doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm looking for at that point. That's a very important aspect of the game, though. That helps me out a lot. It's a resource game, and it's a resource game to the point of knowing what your opponent has left, not card advantage. Like, card advantage definitely doesn't matter. So, like, I do like to draw a whole bunch of cards, but unless you really have a purpose for it, having 7 cards in your hand when you're only able to play one or the other, action and upgrade every turn isn't the greatest. Like with Springer, obviously it's broken because of what Springer can do, and it really depends on the situation and what your deck is meant to do. But drawing a whole bunch of cards and not doing anything with them doesn't mean a lot. That's why flipping Mirage to his alt mode, like, I'm not like hard pressed to do that. Like, I may or may not do that. He's really there for kind of like Flame War, like how Flame War, when you flip it to bot mode, you kind of keep it there for the entire game. Same idea with Mirage, pretty much. So I have an upgrade, but no weapon to put on Optimus. So if I did have a weapon to put on, it would have been more ideal to put that weapon on instead of Energy Pack, but I don't think I had one at that point because I don't need the Energy Pack right now. Energy Pack is a card you can potentially play later in the game. So I don't even think, well, I guess I'll KO a character. I think this attack, he already took one of my characters, so it's like an eye for an eye. I need to take out a character right here, so I'm hoping that I attack the Impactor. So I need to KO him and make it a 2-on-2 situation. Checking out some things in the graveyard, I guess, here. Scrap pile, graveyard, scrap pile. Glare went away, that's good, kind of, sort of. You see, definitely a lot better. So flipping a couple cards, and I think I missed off of my, no, I didn't. So I do KO the Impactor. And what's really big here is I really need Impactor not to kill my Mirage next turn, which is not likely. Actually, it's very unlikely. Like, despite the, I mean, I guess even if he gets like RR Disruptive Blade or anything like that, I have Tough 2 inborn with the Mirage, so if he attacks the Mirage, he can attack whoever he wants, but if I have like Step Forward is what I'm thinking here. Okay, Reprocess. Reprocess is good to get rid of my Sparring Gear, so I'm going to be hard-pressed to find another one because remember, I lost a Reflex Circuits earlier. So Reprocess and RR Disruptive Blade, which is pretty strong here this turn, and going to attack my Optimus. So I do have Tough 3, but those black icons are going to get in there and get pierced no matter what. Or you might actually get a sizable attack anyway. So yeah, he has 3 bold 5 pretty much. Look at it that way. Demolisher's effect doesn't read bold, so cards like Stunnicon Swagger and things like that don't affect Demolisher. You'll still flip the 5 cards because it says flip cards equal to his defense. So. And he also decks out as well to give Nemesis that extra 3 attack. So he's a 10 bolt 2. This is pretty insane. Okay, so after all that, I only take 2 damage, which is nice. So thanks to Hidden Fortification, I'm able to survive that attack pretty decently. And what's nice about this situation is flipping Optimus back here, I can easily grab back Hidden Fortification and set the Hidden Fortification, and the Mirage will have a Tough 5. So Tough 5 would be pretty solid here. But what's more important is I really need to get some damage on Demolisher this turn. And what really sucks and what's really good about Demolisher, he already had 4 defense, but now he has 5 defense. So sending Prime in isn't ideal. Well, I don't want to say it's not ideal. I'll take that back. I mean, the Nemesis, this is just very tough for me in this situation because Nemesis is huge right now, and he got rid of my armor, and I had no damage on me. So I mean that part doesn't really matter. But the fact that he got my Prime while it didn't have any damage made it even worse. So if I don't have an armor, I'm not super comfortable with sending Prime in this turn. I could send Mirage in, but it's like if I flip Prime, I grab the Hidden Fortification. I don't want to attack with Prime in that mode, not at this point in time. Because I'm probably only going to get 1 damage in because the Prime only has 6 attack in that mode. I flip Mirage like I don't know what it does. So yeah, very tough situation. Sending Mirage in here, he needs to at least do even 1 point of damage. And it's going to be very tough to even do that this turn if I don't have Leap into Battle. Bigger they are would have me get at least the 1 point of damage, but... So I actually decided to just play Work Overtime this turn. I don't think I had an upgrade, and I think that's why I played that, if I can remember correctly. So I'm digging here. I played Work Overtime to draw a couple cards, and then I also flipped Mirage to try and draw. Yeah, I guess it's another situation why you would use Mirage. You would use a Mirage to try to fish for upgrades, because I was clearly upgrade deprived at this point. So I needed an Energon Axe. Energon Axe would have been a nice top deck, or a, Noble's Blaster, Arm Hovercraft, something. So I'm taking a while here because it's going to be very tough to figure out who I want to attack with this next turn. Looking back at it, I think I actually messed up. I think I should have just flipped Prime and got back to Hidden Fortification and set it and attack with Mirage for 0 probably and call it a day. So I think that was actually my first mistake here. Yeah, definitely should have did that. It's nice to always look back at these games at yourself and be like, why in the hell did I do this or do that? So I could attack with Optimus here and potentially like do some math and see what cards I have left in my scrap pile to potentially hit for the effect. But it looks like I'm actually going to attack with Demolisher for this measly 0. And it's something I touched on earlier and I just didn't finish. This game is a resource game, but in terms of knowing what your opponent has left, not how many cards they have in their hand for the most part. But I say that because, like, if they have all 3 grenade launchers in their scrap pile, you can do this. Or like if they have a bashing shield in their character and one in their scrap pile, they most likely don't have another one in their hand. So you're safe to play your armor instead of utility this turn. Or against a blue deck when all of their, like, a lot of times I get hard pressed for wanting to play Treasure Hunt in the orange deck because it's like, I don't really want to get Treasure Hunt to get I don't want to Treasure Hunt just to get security checkpoint. So a lot of times when I have Treasure Hunt, one of the first things I do is check my opponent's scrap pile and see how many security checkpoints they have left. If all 3 are in their scrap pile, then I'll comfortably play the Treasure Hunt and have a million upgrades in my hand if I want to at that point. But little things like that definitely help go a long way throughout the game. Seeing what your opponent has left, what you have left, all those good things. So I kind of let my Mirage just die there, which again I think it was a mistake. I think that was going to end up being my downfall for the rest of this game. I am going to be able to get a hit on either character, but I'm in a situation where I don't even think I'm going to be able to kill the Demolisher. Demolisher has an effective 12 total health, the 7 health and 5 defense, the 12 total. So even if I have an Energon Axe, I'm only at 11, so I'm still missed by 1, and I still have to flip a bigger they are or a leap in the battle. So I'm very hard pressed to try to do something decent this turn, because even if I don't kill Demolisher when everybody stands, I think now, so in last game, Sean's deck was just about to deck out, and he flipped Nemesis and unfortunately didn't get the extra, card from under his, from the bottom of his deck. Now, this time, he can definitely flip him. As you can see his deck right there, he has a whole bunch of cards left in his deck, so he can easily flip Nemesis, deal 2 damage to me. I play Espionage and get rid of something I missed, but he also has fight for position, so not looking good for the OPPL deck this game. And I'm taking some more time because, again, this is so crucial right here. I think I already realized I messed up with the Mirage the last turn and, should have got back that Hidden Fortification. I think I'm just kind of accepting my loss at this point because I know, like, I'm just too far behind. Like, I attack. Okay, that's what it was. I had one more card left in my deck, so I was trying to figure out what card it was. I think that was the biggest thing. So I guess it didn't matter because I had to flip him that turn, I think, anyway. Or no, I didn't. I could have flipped him to get back in action, but I decided to. Oh, I hit it the bigger they are, so. But it still is not enough to kill the Nemesis, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I was trying to see whatever the last card was in my deck. That's what it was. I was wondering what was taking me so long. All this stuff is calculated. Most of it. Sometimes I just blatantly mess up. So I get a decent bit of damage on Prime, but what's unfortunate here, why I say I'm behind, is because he can easily just send Nemesis in or send Demolisher in. And Nemesis is going to get a free 2 damage, first of all, on my Prime. That should probably be the first thing that Sean's going to do here. Oh, maybe not. Okay, he actually did in this game because you remember what happened last game and he didn't want to miss that Nemesis flip. And actually, you know what? It actually might be better here because he's flipping so many cards with Demolisher. When he goes to defend, he's going to flip 2 cards. And then when Nemesis attacks, he's going to... Well, no, he could have flipped them. Yeah, I think looking at the... How many? I guess if he would have counted how many cards he had left in his deck, he's flipping 8 cards minimum, probably 10. So if you look at the math, I guess flipping a white would be the only thing that kind of messes him up in terms of defense. Like if he had 4 cards left in his deck after this, and I attack with Optimus, and he had 4 cards, if he flipped a white and a blue, then that would make him flip his last 2 cards. Then he unfortunately wouldn't get a Nemesis effect again. But otherwise, he probably could have flipped them. So I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how this ends up turning out. It looks like, though, his deck is very low now, though, so he's definitely going to get the extra +3. So he's probably good here no matter what. So that Demolisher hit put 6 damage on me. So I only had tough 2. So tough 2 versus his monster of an attack there wasn't going to do enough. I do flip Optimus back here. I'm able to get hit and fortification. I need to D up as much as possible here this turn. But even when I do, I'm only going to get 3 damage on the Nemesis now. So I decided to get back marksmanship. I don't know why. Well, my scrap pile isn't very strong right now, so maybe or isn't very I don't have that many options rather. Set the secret action. Optimus going in on Nemesis. So I have 8 Pierce 2. I'm getting in for, looks like 3 because he did flip a blue, I'm going to assume. Yeah, had to flip the blue. Or 6. No, maybe he didn't. No, never mind. He just takes 3. So escape route, that's pretty good. Okay, escape route, deal a free 2 damage, and then flip back, and then attack. And that's the last card in this deck. So I have a hidden fortification, but Nemesis is just way too strong at this point. This man got 13 base attack. 13. And I flip pretty decent. That's 3, 6, 8. I have 11 defense. But yeah, this man has 2 more attack than my total defense to start. He didn't even flip cards yet. So yeah, it's probably game over. Sitting back and looking at this like, god damn, Nemesis is hitting like OD hard. I think he hit for like 17 or 18 here. Still take, I think he, oh no, okay, I ended up living. But it doesn't matter here because, well, let's see where I'm at. Because I do have the energy pack. So, is that 15, I guess? Looks like a 15. And we got a big old glare. I don't know what happened right there. Why the camera's not focusing. But looking at it in this situation, I'm not going to be able to kill both characters. I can't tell how much damage, like I said, my Prime has. I don't know. Oh, okay, you know what? I do remember what happened this game. So I messed up again. This is my second misplay. There's a lot of times where you have one misplay that can definitely help you out, or that can, definitely allow you to still potentially win the game. But 2 is probably really unforgiving. What I think ended up happening here was I set a sabotage because I was really trying to kill Nemesis this turn, which I ended up doing. He needs to not flip a blue, I think. 10 minus 2 is 8. No, I guess it didn't matter either way. So I would have killed the Nemesis. I set a sabotage, and then off my flips, as you can see, I hit another sabotage. I had hidden fortification in my hand. What I should have done was set the hidden fortification. It's not because I knew, because, oh, well, of course you're going to say that now because you saw you had sabotage off your flips. When I look back in hindsight, I think it would have been better to scrap it'd have been better to hidden fortification his attack and have tough 5 than, just scrap his weapon. And then, lo and behold, I did not know that I was going to flip a sabotage anyway, so I would have had sabotage and hidden set instead of double sabotage. And only thing I have to pray for at that point is that he doesn't get Pierce 3. Because I think I had, or Pierce 2. Pierce 2 or 3, because I would just, die off the Pierce. So I would still have to hope, but I still just kind of messed up and gave that game away, I think. So, but it's all good. And I'll say that again real quick if anybody did not understand a word I just said. So again, I had a sabotage and a hidden fortification in my hand. I think I valued getting rid of it because I knew I wanted to kill the Nemesis, so Nemesis was out of the equation. I had to worry about Demolisher hitting me with that RR Disruptor Blade. So I had a decision to either set the sabotage and then kill the RR Disruptor Blade, but the point is he still flips 5 cards off of it, or no, 7 cards, and he still has a whole bunch of black icons. The black icons is the problem here. So I think I just needed to set the hidden fortification and D up as much as possible and just hope that he didn't hit enough black icons to, because it got to be real. I mean, Demolisher does have 0 attack. So you're starting out with 3, you can say he has 3 attack. At minimum, you're going to say he probably has at maybe like 10 attack after flipping 7 cards. So I could have potentially blocked maybe like 1 or 2 of that and just hope, like I said, he didn't hear Pierce. But I think he flipped enough black icons anyway, so I think I would have lost either way. But I think that missing that Optimus flip and attacking with the Mirage and setting the hidden fortification was definitely the biggest misplay of that game. But anyway, moving on to game 3. So I'm going to start the game again, flipping Flame War and attacking with Mirage into Impactor, the norm. I don't think I get any damage this time around. If I remember correctly, yep, I think he flipped the backup beam. So little things like that really matter throughout the game, not getting that damage at the start of the game. If any of you guys been playing games and realize how like 1 damage can mean so much, you know, little things like that definitely matter throughout the course of the game. Anyway, there's nothing I can really do about that either. You know, it's the first turn of the game, but alright, so right out the gate, starting off pretty strong. Felton's going to play a backup beam, and with bold 3, 4 bold 3 attacking into my my Mirage. I see a piece through Tyranny. He gets 4 damage on the Mirage this time. So pretty solid hits on Demolisher or Mirage every game. I mean, albeit that you know, Mirage has 1 defense, but I think out of all 3 games he has 5, 5, and 4 now. So definitely a solid start for him. This is the ideal turn where, especially against an aggressive deck, especially this is the turn where you would see okay, yeah, where you would flip Mirage. This is the turn where you really would like to have a step forward to force another attack into Mirage and let him soak up a lot of the damage. And again, with him having 13 health, he's going to be able to, you know, definitely soak up a good bit. And I think we're deciding on greens here. Yep, I trade another energy pack for I missed it. Probably a sparring gear. One thing I do have to say is I remember how I missided. I took out reprocess, and right there, yeah, he plays as soon as he plays that energy pack, I'm like, damn, I cannot get rid of that energy pack. I don't have any disarms in my main deck anymore. I took those out. I took reprocess out. The reprocess definitely was a mistake. Should have kept the reprocess in. If not, definitely at least maybe a disarm because it's, you know, on color, but for this aggressive ass matchup. So hidden fortification on my Flame War. I'm going to at least take 3 damage. Probably had a good bit of Pierce. Forgot to mention to tell him to, or have him do his flips, you know, more in the middle, but it's all good. So back-to-back secret actions, which is nice. Got a Noble's Blaster, which will be solid. Gonna attack with Optimus, attacking into Impactor, I'm gonna assume. I flip a Work Overtime, a Sabotage Armaments, and I think a Leap into Battle, looks like. And I can't, maybe another energy pack. That looks like a Leap into Battle there at the bottom. And I want to say a single orange icon in my deck. The only single orange I have in the deck is energy pack. So educated guess based off of that looks like a Work Overtime and energy pack. So I decided to Work Overtime over Leaping. Please tell me Leap wouldn't have killed him. Oh no, okay, I killed him anyway. I was gonna say, what the hell am I doing? I was gonna say, oh no, no wonder, yo, don't mind me, guys. But I killed him anyway, okay. I guess I had 11 base attack minus the 1. Yeah, okay, I still killed him anyway. So Work Overtime gonna give me a couple cards. Nemesis is sitting at 20 health. So much to go through. He's not close to decking out though right now, so this round I won't get hit with a big 10. That helps. That helps a lot, I will say. So he has to do some debating here. Yeah, that was Leaping the Battle. He has to do some debating here this turn because I do have a secret action set. Has reprocess again, which is very good. And ooh, double. Okay, that was a very nice play for him. Reprocessing my energy pack with no damage on it, so I don't even heal. And then also enforcement batancing. Oh, batancing. Made up a new word again. My Nose Blaster definitely was a very good turn for him. And even better because me sabotaging enforcement batons really didn't hurt him. So a very good play from him. Batons effectively midgetated how powerful the sabotage could be. Got 4 damage on him, so very good. And he's about to stand here as well. I knew something looked weird here for a second. There we go. But still is down from 3 to 2, so I need to try to be able to get some solid damage on that Prime. But I know on his Nemesis, but like I said, I know I took out the reprocess, so that definitely is gonna probably be a problem. And my main deck is Smelt in this version, so there's that. Yeah, getting rid of both my upgrades like that was a very strong turn for him. That was probably a good turning point in this game to get rid of those upgrades. Because I was sitting pretty with 18 health and, you know, 10 attack. And then just getting rid of that like that very much helped him a lot. So deciding was card to get back. Probably going to be a secret action. I do have 5 cards in hand. Another reason to mention that drawing cards with Mirage's other effect isn't that important, because I still, you know, have a decent amount of cards in hand usually. Optimus is again, Optimus is flipping back to alt mode and grabbing a card. It's essentially drawing a card. It's the same thing. All right, so I'm gonna play security checkpoint this turn. I do lose a sparring gear, but I think I hit. I forgot what I hit out of his hand. I think I hit 1 card though, so not a whole bunch in his hand. I was hoping to get some good things like I did game 1. I think I got a grenade launcher and something else out of his hand the first game, but 2 damage on the prime from that attack. And okay, first time I've seen this card all game, but it's on color for what his deck wants to do. The orange-black. That's Combat Dagger. It gives bold 1, and that's not a significant amount, but it is for a character like Demolisher who wants to flip a whole bunch of cards and have, you know, be able to flip those black icons to do that pierce regardless of your defense. So see how much he gets here. I do have tough 3 though from the Flame War and the sparring gear, and I'm still gonna take a decent amount of damage here though, as you can see. I took 3 damage, so yeah, pierce 3. Pierce 3, that's still pretty good. I think that sparring gear was misplaced too. That sparring gear probably should have went on Optimus, especially because since I lost one. Looking back at these games again, like I said, when I knew I was going to lose one from security checkpoint, the security checkpoint unfortunately wasn't strong, and even then, I think if you might add 2 more health damage, or rather to the Mirage, because I would have took 2 more damage if I didn't have the tough. Looking back at it, I think that sparring gear should have been saved for Optimus. So we'll see how that ends up turning out. And once again, that Demolisher with that 4 defense is going to come into play very well and allow him to just deflect an attack, making it harder for Optimus to potentially KO it if I wanted to. So even if I flipped an orange, Demolisher still deflects the attack. So Sean is very well positioned right now, despite having only 2 characters. He should know I have step forward set this turn. He saw me grab it back 2 turns ago, if he remembered. So it doesn't really matter though. It matters and it doesn't matter. I mean, like, so my Mirage, I have tough 5 total. So okay, he still tried to attack, and maybe he didn't play a weapon, or because he doesn't have. Well, I guess I did security checkpoint him a second ago. So flipping a whole bunch of cards here, a couple for white. Ooh, flip 2 oranges at the end. That's not good. So 10 base attack coming in on Mirage. See what happens. Ends up happening here. I think I have 8 defense. So probably not going to die here. Probably. Maybe. No, he does die. No, he doesn't die. No, yeah, he is gone. Okay, yeah. He flipped enough cards. Yeah, that's still pretty good. I don't know. He must have played Superchargers. Okay, yeah, the Supercharger right there. He must have played something. I was like, how in the hell did he kill him? But yeah. So if Mirage would have lived there, that would have been a pretty big deal, because again, Sean's deck is very low on direct damage, so that would have been very important. So okay, I do have the sparring gear here. Did I just reshuffle something? How did I get another sparring gear? Did I cheat? It's like, or maybe I did play. Did I play 3 sparring, 1 reinforcement? Now I don't freaking remember. Cause I know I lost one from checkpoint. Maybe I did play 3. So set a secret action. He knows what it is. I just grab the hidden fortification. I'm going to attack into the Nemesis. And what's unfortunate about that is, so Nemesis has 8 damage on it, but he still has 12 freaking health, thanks to the, or yeah, that's it. Yeah, 12 health thanks to the energy pack. So hidden fortification, gonna try to block decently decently against this impactor attack. I think I do live, but again, what's unfortunate here is I really need to deal some damage. Like these turns where Demolisher's not taking damage is so important. I can't stress it enough. And I can't send, this is in Galaxy where like right now I can send Galaxy into that Demolisher. I really, to keep the Flame War a better position. Okay, I do have Bigger They Are though, so Bigger They Are help, but unfortunately it won't kill it because I missed that Plasma Burst. Goddamn. Anybody, if you plan on playing this deck, add Plasma Burst to your deck over the one-shot stand. I took Swerve out. Swerve can be like a fourth. I had what's his name? Mark. I had Mark mention Hiding Spot to me because Hiding Spot keeps your your Optimus stealth for the entire turn. So I won't say better than Step Forward, but can be in conjunction. So that the Swerve can be a hiding spot. So Felton plays, looks like he played Escape Route to flip-flop the Nemesis and deal 2, but that probably should have been a card he saved because maybe he didn't realize my Flame War had 7 on it, and 7 was the magic number to not be KO'd by the damage from the Nemesis. So I just put the 2 damage on Flame War since she has to be attacked anyway, and he was going to murder her. So, and what's super unfortunate here is with that energy pack, so he has 8 damage on him. I'm not going to be able to deal 8 to Nemesis. I really need an Energon Axe right here. Energon Axe is like Energon Axe Leap or Energon Axe Bigger They Are, or even like Noble's Blaster Bigger They Are would be 12 and he'll take 10. No, he actually still wouldn't die from that either. So I need like a marksmanship flip off the top. I need some I need some luck here. Marksmanship actually would probably be better to get rid of the Demolisher. Demolisher having that 1 health left really sucks. I can't, not being able to, that's why I say it was so important for me to try to get another damage throughout the game, on that Demolisher, but I couldn't, having 4 health or 4 defense. So right here, as you can see, I flashed my deck. I have 2 cards left in my deck, so all I'm simply doing here again is seeing what secret action, or excuse me, what actions I potentially have left in my deck. I think I flipped Optimus this turn anyway, so it actually doesn't matter. I just really should just be attacking. I'm time wasting practice right here, so that's on me. I knew we weren't going to go into time, though. We were pretty close to time, but we were going to be fine. So being this is the last game. So because I flip Prime the bot mode, it doesn't matter what I keep saying secret actions. It doesn't matter what actions are in the deck, just attack because we're gonna see them, so. And I really needed to try to KO the Nemesis this turn because he's hitting way too hard. I mean, 10 bolt 2, and actually, if you look at his deck, he's about to deck out again. So if I don't kill Nemesis this turn, the game's probably over. Because I could kill Demolisher, but then his Nemesis being able to attack. The problem is, I attacked Demolisher. Well, now that I look at it, maybe I could have attacked Demolisher and killed it. And then his Nemesis attack, hopefully I survive it. And then on my next turn, hopefully I draw, like after I reshuffle my deck, I draw into a Leap in the Battle or the Bigger They Are to try to KO it then. And then also flip a Marksmanship off my flips, which is still a lot of luck I'm going to need. But, okay, so I did know that I'm going to have a Hidden Fortification left in my deck, so... And the energy pack, I guess. So I do have 11. Probably attacking into Nemesis. And I'm hoping I can fend off. I'm probably going to Hidden Fortification the Nemesis attack. Makes the most sense. Yep. So it's going to take one more hit, unfortunately. I think, if I'm looking at the math correctly... Yeah, 17. So without the energy pack, the Nemesis would have died, and I'm pretty salty at this point. I remember I was like, damn, I sided out in it or the reprocess, because the reprocess would have easily got rid of that earlier in the game, and Nemesis would have been KO'd. So that's on me. That's my bad, and that's gonna probably cost me the game. Nemesis is at 13, bold 2, deals 2 damage, flips back. We got Demolisher coming in first. Remember, secret actions, you do not have to flip immediately. Like if it doesn't call for it in that situation, you can wait. So like this Hidden Fortification I can use on whatever attack I want, or you can just not flip a secret action at all. So I still get a pretty good defensive flip. I just gotta hope he doesn't get a whole bunch of Pierce. But remember, I also lost my energy pack earlier too, so that's gonna hurt. yeah, not having an energy pack is going to put me in danger mode. So I flipped a whole bunch of double blues on that attack, so not likely I'm going to flip a whole bunch of good stuff on this defense. Got some good tough, but I think he has 13 bull 2. Like I said, he's just hitting way too hard. He has like 20 or something, and that's going to end up being the game. So that's going to do it. So yeah, I think that was round 2. So I was 1-1 at that point. I think I ended up 2-2 overall. So I think what else did I lose to? I lost to another matchup I'm actually going to do some commentary over soon, so be looking forward to that. It was a 4-wide off-road patrol with Impactor, so, well, 5-wide rather, excuse me. So great games overall. Sean, he played very well, very powerful deck, and as for myself, I definitely learned a lot of things looking back on this match in terms of how to side deck and side decking correctly, and some certain plays that I make. When you're in the moment, sometimes it's very easy to just make some silly plays, and then you look back and like, what the hell was I thinking? And it doesn't do anything but make you a stronger player in the end. So with that, we have the Pro Play Tour Championship, $25,000 championship being held soon. If you have any qualifiers coming up for that, good luck. Hope to see you all guys all there. I will be there definitely. It'll be on that Sunday, January 26th, and it'll definitely be a war zone. So I'll be looking forward to that. I'll be there with my squad, Vector Sigma. If you guys don't know that at this point, I'll be talking more about that actually pretty soon. But I am officially with the team, so that's also going to definitely help boost my game even more. I've always been an honorary Patreon member, as I've told Scott in the past, but because I was always asking them questions before they started Patreon and all those things. But I mentioned that to say, if you guys want to up your game and you guys want to be better players and things like that, I am a product of the learnings and teachings from them. I've learned a good bit on my own as well, but like my base foundation is from Scott and Dan and all those guys. So definitely big shout out to them. Again, if you want to get your game up, go on Vector Sigma's YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, show some love. They have a whole bunch of great podcasts. I love the podcast. They help me out while I'm at work. The Patreon is great. They have different tiers and things available for you to get your game up and learn some things. Their knowledge about the game is unmatched. Like, definitely like the best guys to go to. And I'm not saying that just because I'm on the team. I told you guys this even from my win back from Origins when I wasn't on the team. So big ups to Vector Sigma and those guys, and definitely check them out. I'm in that Discord as well, so I'm always around to help as well. You can message me directly and talk to me. I'm usually open to talk about whatever and go from there. So you guys know what it is. I will catch you guys in my next video. Have some more commentary coming up. Got a collab with Dan coming up on one of his matches actually from this tournament, and we'll go from there. But with that, you guys know what it is. You guys have a great day and or night whenever you're catching this video. This is your homie S. Dot of FTF. Heading out. Peace.